Hi everyone. Uh, I wanted to do a video this week that covered our literacy narrative assignment because it just makes more sense to make a video explaining these things and try to cover everything instead of just reading the assignment sheet. It might make it easier to understand. Um, First off, I did put a separate area for the literacy narrative assignment on our Blackboard, so it's easier to find the instructions. There is also a copy in week 2 supplemental. No, there's also a copy of that in week 2 of our weekly course readings. There is a link to the literacy narrative assignment instructions, but you can also find it on this left-hand side ribbon. If you go to literacy narrative assignment, um, there is a link to the assignment sheet. So it's a couple of places. There are 3 important due dates for this one. This assignment, your first draft is going to be due on Sunday, September 1st. It does not have to be the full word count at this point, but there is a minimum word count. I will get that up for your draft submission module. I will get that listed there where you'll actually be turning it in so you can see what the word count is for the draft. There is a deadline Sunday, September 8th for your first peer review. I will have those folders up tomorrow. So when you do finish your first draft, you will be able to get them uploaded to your individual folders, and I will assign you partners. Our final draft will be due Sunday, September 15th. And as always, that is at 11:59 p.m. So just as an overview, I've been trying to assign readings that get us thinking about writing that is autobiographical in nature. We've read um, Malcolm X's um, work on language. We've read several at this point. We've read Baker's Art of Eating Spaghetti. We've read Anne Lamott. We've read Gonzalez. So we have been looking at biographical pieces. Literacy narratives are kind of autobiographical essay in which people explore personal experience they have had with language, reading, or writing. Um, these narratives unpack and explore personal experiences with literacy. So with this assignment, you're going to be reflecting on an important moment in your life involving literacy. And it does not have to be inside of the 4 walls of a classroom. It can be any situation in regards to reading, writing, or communication that has seriously impacted your life. It could be a story that kind of revolves around someone who had a serious impact on your life through those modes. It could be any number of things. You guys are open to interpret this assignment however you would like. It could be a teacher. It could be a friend who got you um, streaming on Twitch. It could be a number of things. So you are going to want to recall a significant moment or situation that helped you become a better reader, writer, or communicator. Was there a specific person in your life who helped you become a better writer? Or was there a situation where you began to read or write more often for a specific purpose, like journaling, blogging, writing poetry, or short stories in your free time? Any of those things count. And don't forget, it could be a situation where something helped you become a better communicator. It doesn't necessarily have to be written communication. It could be a situation where you stepped outside of your comfort zone in one of your Discord communities, um, like with public speaking or anything like that. It's situations where communication, whether it be written, verbal, you improved in some way across any of those particular means of expression. So while you are brainstorming, you may want to reflect on particular moments that affected you, the way you view reading or writing, whether those situations were positive or negative experiences. And please remember, this is a judgment-free environment. As long as it's appropriate for class, you are fine. Regardless of the situation you choose to explore, you are reflecting on how literacy practices have helped shape your life, like how they've helped shape your life, and how those experiences have impacted you as a human being. So you're not going to be judged. Maybe you absolutely detest reading now because you had a teacher in the past who was really rude to you. A lot of us have experiences like that, and those are also okay to unpack. It's up to you guys. So there are some requirements for this paper. In the end, it's going to be between 1,000 and 1,400 words. That is about 4 pages double spaced. And please remember, it is double spaced. It's not single spaced. I'm not making you guys write an entire novel. It's to get you writing. Um, it's good in the end if you've written this much, and you'll see why later in the semester. So 1,000 to 1,400 words. Recall and relate a significant moment or situation that helped you become a better reader, writer, or communicator. Make sure your paper is tightly focused and really fleshes out how the situation impacted you. Um, did it change you for the better or the worse? How did it alter you and your existence and the way you perceive things and the way that you do things? Begin the paper with an introduction to the experience and central theme. Follow this intro with body paragraphs that flesh out the experience and how it impacted you and your develop of literacy. And then end the paper with a conclusion paragraph where you pull everything together just as a review and then you wrap it up. Remember, you're not only sharing your experience, but you're sharing how it shaped you. I'm putting emphasis on that. Make sure you explain how it changed you for the better or the worse. Make sure you take significant time to relate why the situation has been so significant in your development. As I said before, your experience is not constrained to the classroom. Feel free to share your experience wherever it happened. And this is an I-centered essay, so it's completely okay to use I and me and words like that in your writing. You're sharing your experience. You are talking about yourself. You are allowed to use you. And as always, this will be done with MLA formatting, including Times New Roman 12-point font or a similar font, double spaced, a heading in the top left-hand corner that's got your name, the professor's name, class, date. You want a title centered in the middle of the page after you've got your heading, and then make sure you add your page numbers. So for me, my page numbers would be in the top right-hand corner, and it would say Blair 1. Second page, Blair 2. If you guys need a tutorial on how to do that with um, Google Drive, like Google Doc file, and how to do that on Word, let me know. Drop it in Discord if one of you want it. There, odds are that there are more of you who need it. I don't mind doing an overview. I know that in these videos I drone on and on and on, um, but I'm trying to be helpful. So if any of you have any questions, make sure tomorrow or any point this week, hop on Discord, ask questions. If you don't feel like putting it in Discord, which I highly recommend because other members of the class probably have questions too. If you don't feel comfortable, you can email me. My email address is in the syllabus. So in the meantime, make sure you guys are turning in your weekly writing assignments. Our first one is coming up this Sunday. If you go to assignments, on Sunday we have our grade contract decision due. If you have any questions about that, make sure you send me an email or drop it in Discord. Again, please drop it in Discord because other people have those same questions and they're hesitant to ask. But weekly writing assignment 1 is up and it will be due Sunday at the same time as the grade contract. Everything will always be due at 11:59 except for peer reviews. That is different. And Blackboard discussions, Discord discussions are also due at 7 p.m. on Thursday, so everyone has time to respond to what you have written there. But your first weekly writing assignment is up. The word count is pretty small. It's just 250 word minimum. That's not huge, especially with all of the questions I've given you guys to kind of glance over. But I will stop droning on and go ahead and wrap this up. So if you guys have any questions, send me an email. I'm really responsive. And I hope you guys have an absolutely excellent week. Good luck with your other classes. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon.